What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Ron. This is the best channel that nobody watches for good reasons. Except a few special people like yourselves. Bless your souls. Yeah, and my dogs also watch it from time to time. So, we're gonna cover the next match in the IMPERATORS Cup, which is a tournament in 1100 AD, which is a medieval submod, or actually a medieval mod for Rome 2 Total War. I'm sure you already know that, but I'm gonna repeat it just in case people are not aware. So, as you saw it in the title, it's gonna be Beluga and Monkeyland against ROMA and Bokbg. Now, ROMA is gonna be playing as Normandy. Bok is gonna be playing as the Fatimids. Okay, Beluga, Jerusalem, and Monkeyland, the Kingdom of Danes. Let's go ahead and watch it. The team of Monkeyland and Beluga did a decent job in putting up a good fight against Premsil and his teammate. I can't remember his name. General Hero of Vengeance, I think. In the previous match that I've covered. So let's see how it goes. We're gonna check out the roster soon. And just let the units go closer to each other. Okay. Right, so we have Beluga and Monkeyland as the Danes and the Hospitaller and the Jerusalem. Didn't Premsil and I can't remember, it was a few days ago. Didn't Premsil and his teammate use this this setup, these two factions in a team when they fought against these two guys? Maybe they're stealing some tactics. I love it. I love it when like the more that the more matches there will be, and maybe the more videos that I make, people will actually watch them, and the players themselves are gonna watch replays. So we're gonna start with the mind games and the studying of opponents, which is gonna be an interesting part of the tournament and future tournaments. They have sprinkled in between very heavy. Okay, this is very interesting. Let me just check this out. So we have some skirmishers. 4 of them. Let's see. Pilgrim Archers. They're pretty good, the Pilgrim Archers. And they have a range of 160, so they don't count as longbows. And then on the flank we have a melee infantry. Medium, very heavy. Medium, very heavy. Looks like the very heavy is up front and the medium in the back. We have an extra melee from or a couple of extra melees from wait, who was the Kingdom of Danes? Whatever, one of the 2 players. The Danes in pajamas, ladies and gentlemen. Look at these guys. Axemen, so they're gonna be hard hitting. While on the other side, let's see. Ooh, we have javelins. Okay. Okay. I'm excited. I get excited when I see javelins in a fight because it's one of those units that, you know, it can hit hard, but you have to be able to use them properly. We see a lot of spears up front here, very light spears, javelins, and then a line of a couple of heavies, a couple of 4 medium, and 4 horses. Very interesting setup here. One might say, yeah, this is, I think they're actually stealing some tactics from Premsil, because they have a hard-hitting medium, hard-hitting melee group here that's gonna push there, while this is gonna be a more defensive side. Kingdom of Jerusalem has 5 cavalrymen, while yeah, these guys only have 4. Let's see Bok and ROMA, which gave the highlight so far. That charge, the Jerusalem cavalry charge against the Stash Mill Xenon, that was fucking awesome. Interesting setup with 2 spears and cavalry. It's a more default setup if you want to play the flanks and you want to defend and give the advantage to your horses with spears. Skirmishers up front. Medium missile infantry, bowmen. Okay. Sudanese bowmen. Arabian naphtha throwers, another super interesting unit. You can only have one in the tournament if I remember correctly. Now these guys can disrupt. It's gonna be actually interesting to see how and how much damage and how much disruption they can cause within the heavy melee troops. And then we have the very heavies up front, the mediums behind again. Yeah, these units look cool. I'd actually say the medium. I enjoyed the way they look more than these guys. Yeah. On the other side, Mr. Bok. With, I think he was, what? Duchy of Normandy? I think he was Duchy of Normandy. What do we got here? We have armored archers. Are these guys? No, it's 160. Okay. So lighter, light. I mean, we've gotten used to fewer skirmishers from ROMA. Very heavy. Then we have a decent. It's a decent. Let me just see what's going on here. Yeah, pretty defaultish setup here. And on the flank again, a couple of spears helping out the cavalry. Let's go ahead and start. See what's what. Yeah, this is interesting because we can see their movement. I think there's there's some similarities to what they're doing and what Premsil have done against them. So it's cool to see that like they're learning. They know what's up, because I think I remember I read a comment somewhere that they know what Premsil is doing at the other guy. But like, yeah, you have to practice if you want to be able to quickly, you know, adjust on the fly, and that can be very hard. Now let's see how Bok and ROMA will adjust to this. It's a shame that we can only see it's their replay, so we can only see what they're gonna do. Yeah, Bok is pulling his line a little bit to the right. ROMA is reacting as quickly as he can. Yeah, the guys are running, so he's trying to react. Now again, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but if you see that the opponent is aggressive on one of the flanks, then you just fall back and try to win the other side. Or you can fight this guy, but yeah, you gotta be sure. It's hard to react. I think it's hard to react to, like, if somebody wants to be on the offense and he's ready to be on the offense, it's hard to react and to beat him, you yourself. I think it's better to defend and try to help your teammate fight the other flank. Because you don't know what this guy is gonna do, right? You know he's gonna attack, and you might not be equipped to fight him because he might have a certain type of composition in order to beat you. So you just play for time and help your teammate. See the cavalry up front. Faking some charges, of course. It would be madness to charge here. Unless you're ROMA, then it's perfectly fine. I'm curious about those naphtha throwers. They're such a where are they? Yeah, on the flank. Like, it's such an interesting unit to bring into the fight, but it can get quite nasty. Oh, you have to react, man. Yeah, I think he was busy here. Yeah, he was busy here, and then he completely forgot, didn't pay attention to what was going on here. Now the horses are gonna get wrecked, because it seems that the medium melees have ammunition, which is super useful. So that charge, I wouldn't say it was that effective for the Kingdom of Jerusalem. I'm keeping an eye on the NAFTAs as much as I can. Oh, this is not gonna be a good fight for Bok. You see, there's three cavalrymen and 1 spear against 3 horses, 1 spear, but they are also in the range of what's going on there. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop looking at the NAFTAs all the time. This is way too passive. You have to go. Because these heavy guys are gonna just come down here. These spears are gonna evaporate, and then there's gonna be the medium backbone of the center line of the melee line for Bok. While this, yeah, he should have been constantly on the move to try to help him. Like, these guys are just getting bored while his teammate is winning. These guys are putting their feet up on the table. Enjoying the show. Sorry if you hear double the in-game audio, because I can't hear the I don't have the headphones, but I maxed out the headphones so I can hear a little bit of the gameplay. Although in replays it's not that important. Bok is trying to charge here the skirmishers. Together with his general. Okay, that's a ballsy move, but it's risky for the general. Yeah, Bromka decides to help with 1 cavalry. I think that's a little bit too little help. Yeah, and the medium side of things is not in a good spot for Bok. These guys are just doing whatever they want. I want to see the skirmishers, the javelins. The NAFTA throwers are just, where are they? They're here. Yeah, the Kingdom of Jerusalem probably targeted them as well, because they are a real threat for the morale. And look at this. That's it. That's it. The right flank is evaporated. Yeah, in spots like this, I think you have to help your teammate, and you have to push faster. It's a game of reaction. It's obviously a little bit tough to react to something like what Beluga and Monkeyland did now, but I think once people get used to it, because Premsil does this now, these guys do this, so it's gonna become less effective in time. And then we're gonna see what the players are gonna come up with. It's gonna be interesting to see. Now these are all good engagements for Romka. The problem is that look at all this. Like, those guys are gonna start flanking soon, and it's gonna be game over when that happens. It's not even a question at this point in time. We're just there's no point in looking at this. He lost on the left flank as well. He's winning in the center, but he lost on the flank. He had, I think he had, no, actually, the Danes had fewer horses. He took a couple of horses to the right flank. There was 1 horse here, if I remember correctly, and here is his general, which means that they were a little bit lacking on the left. And now, although the center won, now they're gonna get flanked from all over the place, and these guys are just resting a little bit and then pushing in. Yeah, that's game over. That's game over. Not much that, like, at this point in time, there's nothing you can do if you're Romka. Yeah, I said what I needed to say, I think. Guys, if I'm a little bit foggy, it's because I'm very tired. I've had a long day at work. I just ate, but I think that's not an excuse. I mean, I'm just laying it out there a little bit. When I say I said what I needed to say, is that on the flanks, you know, you have to be reactionary. You have to react faster if you're Romka. in that spot. If you see that, like in general, if you see that your teammate is getting pushed, then you have to push yourself. You either, like, there's two things that you can do. You either push yourself, or you fall back and help him, and you try to flank the attacker, right? Because the other flank that's facing you, they're not gonna attack. They play defensively, right? So you almost don't even have to worry about that. You can just push with your, take your cavalry and outflank the attacker. Now that's something that's gonna be interesting to see if it ever happens. It's actually super interesting. But, you know, and also, I say this in every replay and I will keep saying this. It's much easier to notice these things and to say them out loud when you just watch the replay and you're not in the game, right? Because in the game, you try to micromanage 1,000 things at once, and it's sometimes hard. Okay, let's go to match number 2. Beluga is going to be playing as the Hungarians. Monkeyland is Principality of Kiev, Romka, the fake Romans, so that automatically means that they're going to lose. And Bokbg is going to play as the Cumans. Let's watch the replay. Let's see, I think this is the Kingdom of Hungary, yes. So 5 cavalrymen. These guys are slingers, if I remember correctly. 4 axemen, 4 swords, and a couple of spears. I mean, 3 spears, not a couple, you know what I mean. The fake Romans are gonna have 5 horses, 2 axes, a couple of archers, swords. What are those guys? Those are swords. Spears, swords again, and some cheap spears. They bring more men to the table. Then let's see, I'm curious what the Cumans will have. Romka was playing as the Cumans, right? I think so, yeah. Let's see. Shock, missile, and this guys is heavy melee. Okay. Cuman archer. Okay, so a lot of skirmishers on the Cuman side of things. They have some spears in the back. I wonder why in the back. I guess we're gonna wait and see. Now the medium is up front, the very heavy is behind. So a change of pace. And those face masks, those helmets are so iconic for the Cumans. Anyway, let's see the fake Romans. 1 skirmisher. 1 longbow though. These guys have a massive range. And looks like the Holy Roman Empire decided to invest more into the melee side of things. What are these guys? They look like shock. They are shock. Yeah. And okay. And information of charge. Okay. Kiev has all of the cavalry on the right flank. Some spears up front. Okay. No skirmishers. Heavy spears on the side to help out the horses, possibly. Fodder for the cannon up front in the shape of spears, and then I'm surprised. I mean, I guess because he doesn't have skirmishers, so he can afford all of these units in one army. Like this is like somewhat of a Roman setup, you know. Like you have the young guys up front, you have the experienced one in the middle, and then you have the veterans in the back. A very compact line here from István from Budapest. What, 1 skirmish? No. Okay. Yeah, they're Balkan slingers. Okay. I'm gonna be curious to see the numbers at the end. Let's see. So this is from the point of view of Beluga and Monkeyland. They're slightly positioned to the right of the map. Let's see their movement. Okay, interesting. Are they splitting up a little bit? The Slavic cavalry is posing a little bit, showing off those sexy mustaches. Yeah, you kind of want to do this with the Cumans. Like you send the horse archers on the flank to harass the enemy. You know what? I don't know if the humans have enough to defend these skirmishers. I mean, they do have, but yeah. Like they're gonna fall back, and then what? This line, I think, yeah, I think they should have been a little bit thicker, like this. The Slavic cavalry is very, yeah. This is gonna be an interesting clash here. But there's light spears here, and there's very heavy spears on the other side. No, heavy spears on the other side. Okay, Bok is trying. I think Bok is. I mean, I'm sorry if it's Romka or Bok, whatever. One of the players is trying to be aggressive and flank the Hungarians, which is a good call. You have to be careful with the Balkan slingers though, because the horse archers are very vulnerable. They are vulnerable to skirmishers. Like archers are just wrecking horse archers. I don't know about slingers actually. We're gonna see a couple of fake charges here to try to dislocate the slingers. It doesn't work. The Hungarian player doesn't pull them back. The spears are pushing here, are trying to position themselves as a kind of a wall in front of the shock, so that the Slavs are not encouraged to charge inside the or towards the Holy Roman flank. Now this is interesting. He's pushing a lot of men on the left, but that leaves the center a little bit open here. But at least this is a proactive move. Now these guys are gonna get charged, I think. There's no, yeah, this is not a fake charge. That is a massive charge. Those guys are gonna get back up. Meanwhile, okay, so they're starting to be engaging. The melee starts to engage. The Cumans here, it's interesting to see how they're trying to flank the enemy. There's a lot of melee swords in here. I think what you need to do is you need to push that there as well to help the horses, or you need to push them to the center, because in the center the Hungarians they are superior. I do believe the Holy Romans pulled a little bit too much of a melee line over here. Oh, your horses are just sitting, man. They're getting charged. Okay, now he reacts. Okay, he was probably busy in another place, but unfortunately that's not good. That's not good. Looks like there's gonna be a fight here. Reinforcements are being sent from both parties, while the Cuman archers are firing a little bit here and there. I think this center is gonna be a problem for the Cumans. And then okay, looks like Kiev is sending his men on the flank as well, because this is dangerous for them. But then there's no one home here from either side. Although at this point in time, like these guys, you have a choice with these guys. You could send them here, and that could be problematic. But then there's also, yeah, like, curious to see what he does here. He's probably gonna send them this side. Yeah, the shock didn't get a lot of value. The Romans, the fake Romans, didn't get a lot of value out of those shock cavalry because they got charged by the melees. Yeah, that wasn't a good matchup for the Germans. Unfortunately, I think he was busy in other places and the horses got charged. Now that being said, let's see what's going on here. Pretty even fight so far. This is such a... It's quite a chaotic fight, if I'm being honest. It's a little bit of everything. There's not the cohesion from the previous battle is non-existent here between the teammates on either side. But it looks like the Slavs are winning on their flank. While the Hungarians are doing a good job in holding the line. So unfortunately, I think this is gonna be a 2-0 kind of situation. Yeah, the Cumans are... They're better on the horse than on foot. And the Hungarians are decent at both. And all of this is gonna go this way. Yeah, and it's game over. So Monkeyland and Beluga are gonna be the winners here. Again, 2-0. Congratulations, gentlemen. I liked the first match. The first match was... There was a lot of stuff going on tactically. Maybe there was here as well, I just didn't see it. Maybe I just didn't see it. Let's see. Yeah, these guys didn't do much damage. But they might have done enough to keep the horse archers at bay. The horse archers, yeah, like the horses... Oof. I want to see this. Yeah, these guys are... These are not the numbers that you would like to see on your shock cavalry. Ooh, the Hungarian knights, they took care of business. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I'll see you on the next one. I'll cover all of the matches in the tournament. I will just be a little bit behind, not cover them in real time because life is busy and I want to do other recordings for the channel as well. Because usually I've noticed that these replays are usually watched by the people that are in the tournament, and not a lot of my subscribers watch them, which is fine. Like I do what I enjoy, regardless of the views that I get, but I have to keep that in mind as well a little bit. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Until then, stay safe, stay clean, and always stay strong.